Now to a significant change at the top of world motorsport. The most powerful man in the governing body, the FIA, has taken a step back from Formula One. It comes after Mohammed Ben Sulayem's relationship with F1 bosses was described as like an open war. As you can see, Craig Slater joins us now. Lovely to see you, Craig. What has been Ben Sulayem? What has he told Formula One teams? Where are we at with this?
Yeah. Well, this has been a heated situation at the top of world motorsport. Specifically, there's been tension between Formula One, and we can talk about it as a limited company, the owners of the commercial rights of Formula One, an organisation headed on a day-to-day basis by Stefano Domenicali, the former Ferrari team principal, and the FIA, which is the governing body of all of world motorsport. And Mohammed Ben Sulayem has been the president of that for a little over a year now. But he's been, in many people's eyes, a controversial president. This is him here. What he has done is sent a letter to all 10 Formula One teams telling them that he will be stepping away from day-to-day involvement in F1 matters. His letter says this: "My stated objective was to be a non-executive president via the recruitment of a team of professional managers, which has now been largely completed. Therefore, going forward, your day-to-day contact on all matters F1 will be with Nicholas." That's Nicholas Tombazis, former Ferrari technical director, an experienced engineer, but not a major political figure, while I will focus on strategic matters with my leadership team. That's what Mohammed Ben Sulayem has said. So he's not resigning, he's not quitting, he's just going to, in effect, take a back seat. I've learned he will still be attending Grand Prix, and he will still be, as he outlines there, involved in a lot of the bigger decisions. But we'll hear a little bit less from him and a little bit more from Nicholas Tombazis. So does that take the heat out of a situation, given we've had open statements from both sides which have created an air of tension at the top of world motorsport, which has been destabilising for the Formula One teams in particular?
Yeah, because is it fair to say he hasn't really made many friends in Formula One? There's been this disconnect between the two, and what's behind all of that? Okay,
so if your question is today's announcement related or some kind of reaction by Mohammed Ben Sulayem, a kind of retreat from him, the answer I'm getting from the FIA is emphatically no. They're saying this was planned all along. However, I can report that a number of senior figures within the World Motorsport Council, so people within that FIA organisation, the heads of national authorities, have offered their advice to Ben Sulayem over the last couple of weeks, voiced their concerns about some of the things he's said, perhaps the style of his leadership, amongst other things. And if you list the number of controversies that have perhaps dogged his presidency, it's a long one. The time it took to sort out the inquiry into what happened in Abu Dhabi in 2021, the time it took to deal with the cost cap, releasing the 2023 F1 calendar without telling Formula One's rights holder he was going to do it, a perceived fixation about Lewis Hamilton's jewellery, awarding full points in Japan last year without maybe properly communicating it to all those involved, including Max Verstappen himself, because it made him world champion. But then there was a very significant things in F1's eyes in the last couple of weeks, speaking out about his surprise at the lukewarm response to Andretti and General Motors' bid to become the 11th team in F1. I think Formula One and the teams thought that was their affair to chiefly make a decision on. And then when he opined about the worth of Formula One itself, after newspaper reports or magazine reports, financial magazine reports, suggesting that the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund had bid $20 billion to buy it, Formula One was sensitive to the fact that Ben Sulayem said that this was an inflated price. So by stepping back, even if he's not doing it because of this, I think it will take the heat out of the situation. I've been ringing round teams to get a response on this and what they think. One senior figure has just texted me in the last few minutes and said this, that he's put a structure in place, Ben Sulayem. Now he needs to let it do its job. So good move, I think, and it's as per his manifesto. and intentions. So maybe this is a positive sign, I think. It allows maybe Ben Sulayem to regroup and rethink how he goes about leading world motorsport and takes the heat out of what had become quite a fractious situation.
Okay, great. Thanks for filling us in, keeping us up to date. Thank you very much.